After drawing their FA Cup semi-final 2-2, Liverpool and Manchester United went head-to-head again in a replay. This is how the game unfolded.
So here we go again with Liverpool tonight in an all-red strip, and it's United who changed to a white strip tonight with black shorts. Minutes or so hold for us. A most magnificent atmosphere here once again for this semi-final. Stapleton, Orbiston, Hughes. A touch by Phil Neal. Certainly a boost for Manchester United when they heard on arriving at the ground that Ian Rush would not be playing. Although, of course, Paul Walsh has scored twice this season against Manchester United in a league game at Old Trafford and on Saturday. So Rush, along with Sammy Lee, sitting it out as Arthur Orbiston takes his free kick for Manchester United. Grobbelaar coming for it and gathering it safely, though Whiteside was lurking. Hanson's header. Nicol. MacDonald. Dalglish nicely into the path of Kevin MacDonald. Going all the way. A good raking shot. It had Bailey in a bit of trouble. MacDonald, who's never scored for Liverpool since he arrived from Leicester. But what a good raking drive that was. One surely to test a keeper and his nerve on a night like this. It opened up for him and he really caught it well, moving a bit in the air, and Bailey was happy to scramble it away. Hanson. So you can well imagine the geeing up that's gone on at Anfield over the last 2 or 3 days to make sure that Liverpool didn't allow themselves to be dominated by Ron Atkinson's men as they were on Saturday. It's a free kick to Manchester United. Now, as they work for Grobbelaar here, as Goodman takes the free kick, floated deep towards the far post, is handling lost it and kicked off the line, and Grobbelaar, well, he was lucky there. He's furious too, but he was saved from total embarrassment by Phil Neal. A real chance there for Manchester United for Frank Stapleton after Grobbelaar had failed to gather it. It fell for Frank Stapleton, and there's Phil Neal on the line to get it away. What an amazing moment that was, and certainly Bruce had his moments like that on Saturday, and Phil Neal to the rescue. Stapleton, a foul on him. It's another free kick for Manchester United. Indirect free kick, as the referee has a word with the United skipper. And it's going to be Hogg with that free kick. Whiteside getting a header in, and Whiteside stopped at the last by Hanson, but for a moment an opening was there fractionally for Manchester United again. Whiteside with a good header down, and he suddenly thought he might squeeze something in at the angle there, but it's a goal kick. Orbiston. And Hanson. And Grobbelaar keeps it inside the penalty area. MacDonald. Nicol. Stopped by Orbiston. Exactly half an hour gone, still no score in this semi-final replay. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 0. But wait a moment, Walsh is there. Oh, and it might go anywhere. Walsh trying to get somewhere then, and somehow, and they couldn't tell you how they did it, but United got it away. Neil, the pressure on them at the moment. Walsh, it's not away yet, but now it is, thanks to Graham Hogg. Well, that's given the Liverpool fans fresh hope. Brian Robson's header. Manchester United throw. Stapleton. Kidman. Finding Strachan. They're after him though, and in the end, well, it was a foul by MacDonald. Well, if there's nothing to choose between them on the field, there's nothing to choose either between the noise being made by both sets of supporters here. Whelan gets it away. What a sight. And what a sound. Walsh battling away. Well, he took it on to Walk, and now Nicol. A little cross is required. Walk is there, and they've scored. Liverpool have scored. Well, Walk leapt for it. It may in fact have come off a defender. It's another of those iffy goals as we look at it. Great play here by Steve Nicol. A great jump by Walk, and it may well have come off McGrath. The cross is in. And it looks as though it's an own goal by Paul McGrath. At any rate, it's Liverpool in the lead with around 5 minutes to go to half-time. Well, he was challenging Walk in the air, and it was a prodigious leap by Walk, but his was higher, and it was his that made the contact. Well, you can't hear yourself think at the moment for cries of Liverpool. And Walk trying to get through for Nicol. Oh, just wide, and that might have killed it off. And that was a marvellous chance by Steve Nicol. And you've got a reaction from Bruce Grobbelaar at the other end. And United faltering just for a moment as Walk again from a midfield position coming into a front-running position. The chance was there for Nicol, and he missed it. Robson finding Kidman, trying to sweep wide of Beglin, but the young Irishman was doing well there for Liverpool. Foul by Dalglish on Whiteside, leaving Whiteside in a heap, and it could be a booking for Kenny Dalglish. The thump in the back of Norman Whiteside, who earlier, he said, had clattered into Paul Walsh. May have been a revenge motive there. Well, it's a free kick in the dying seconds of the first half. Kidman again, floated towards Grobbelaar, needs a safe catch, but doesn't get it, only at the second attempt. thrilling stuff here again. Now look at the smile. Taking it all in his stride. With those huge gloves, I'm surprised he ever drops the ball. Traffic duty. And now a mighty clearance. Nicol. MacDonald. Come for Beglin, safely back to his keeper. There's a half-time whistle. Well, Bruce Grobbelaar's had his one or two worrying moments, but Liverpool go in at half-time. The own goal by Paul McGrath after that great jump by Walk, and a lovely centre by Steve Nicol on the right there. Though Nicol missed a glorious chance just after it. It seems that we're doomed in this semi-final not to have clear-cut goals. I think that clearly goes down to an own goal by Paul McGrath. Half-time then here at Main Road. It's Liverpool 1, Manchester United 0. Welcome back then as Manchester United get the second half underway. Liverpool leading by 1-0. Dalglish quickly back to his keeper, Bruce Grobbelaar. Dalglish just to the touch on, and Albiston getting it back to Bailey. And he chases on here, and Lawrenson getting it away. Crowd just under 50,000, and £275,000 are the gate receipts, which is a record for Main Road. Played back by Phil Neal to Bruce Grobbelaar. Donald. Dalglish. Robson. And Robson again getting it back from Stapleton. He's on his way. Can he find the shot? Brilliant goal! Brian Robson makes a superb equaliser for Manchester United. That gets them off their feet. Ron Atkinson, the United manager, can't contain himself, and I little wonder Bruce Grobbelaar didn't smell it. It was a tremendous goal by Robson. Timing his run well, pursued by men in red. Grobbelaar coming out to the edge of the 6-yard area, and what a shot. May just have got his fingertips to it, but no more. It looked like a foul on Lawrenson, and indeed it was. It didn't stop him attacking the ball and getting it, but the whistle had gone. Here's Neal. A real battle of nerves as well as skill now. And Dalglish, who's got more skill than most, getting it back from Steve Nicol. Can Dalglish finish it off? Well, it wasn't a bad shot. And Bailey was grateful for the opportunity of falling on it. Dalglish, and quite easy for Bailey. Here's Nicol. Neal. Liverpool forcing themselves back into the United half again. Oh, and it might come for Walk. Wasn't much despair there for Manchester United. One or two moments where they've looked a little unsure, actually, at the centre of the defence tonight, but Bailey was secure. Albiston. And Strachan gets it through to Hughes, but the flag was up for an offside. Nicol. Dalglish is after it. Will there be a mistake here, or will Dalglish force one? Oh, it nearly looked as though it was going to come for Whelan. Nicol. Neil. That'll fall for Olsen. That's given to Walk. MacDonald playing it into Walsh. You can see the battle he's having with McGrath. And in the end, United get it away to Strachan. Lovely skill. Oh, and a ball that's through, and he's onside, Hughes! And it's there! Liverpool looking hard at the linesman. They felt he was offside. And I must say, there looked a suspicion of it to me. But the flag stayed down, and United are in the lead. Mark Hughes, the scorer. Put through by Strachan after a really brilliant run. Liverpool looking at the linesman, and Hughes, again Grobbelaar got the touch. Whiteside battling after this one, but I don't think he will keep it in play. It's a goal kick. Robson. Gidman. Still half an hour to play. Lawrenson in quickly. Whelan. And now Beglin. Lawrenson again. It's time for Neil. Nicol. The challenge by Whiteside was far too fierce for the liking of the referee, and it provides another free kick for Liverpool. And Lawrenson kicking the ball hard at Whiteside, showing what he felt about it. Now Bailey wanting protection, wanting men to be marked up. Though goodness knows how he makes anybody hear in this noise. Neil with the free kick. And Gidman putting it behind for the corner. So Gary Bailey desperately organising men around him. Liverpool piling men in. As Dalglish takes another corner. It was Stapleton doing some useful work at the near post there. Dalglish turning it in again, just as he did in the last moments. And that time Bailey came to it and got the punch in, and a good save from MacDonald. He still hasn't scored for his new club, Liverpool, but with a scorching drive in the first half, and now this lob here, after Bailey had made a good punch away, as we just wait for the corner. And Bailey pushing that one away. As they say, you never write off Liverpool. 2-1 down. Time enough yet to pull this one round, but Bailey with a good safe catch. Well, you don't need me to tell you which team they support. There's about 2 minutes left, plus the time that Keith Hackett will add on. If United survive that, they go to Wembley to face Everton. But there might be something left yet in Liverpool, though they have to go back and take this free kick. Grobbelaar will be urged to thump it up. Olsen. Hughes is after it. And rushes off the bench. And MacDonald's being called to the referee. Olsen going for it, and there's MacDonald going in. Oh, my word. No wonder the United players were incensed. A free kick to Manchester United. And Liverpool's bench, I think, for all the amazing twists there have been in these games so far, must know it is just about all up. Ormiston with the free kick. Robson. Olsen. They're after Olsen again. And Whiteside clattered the ball into the crowd. The referee looking at the watch, I think probably more to indicate that he's adding time on. That's a desperate Liverpool bench at the moment. It's a desperate situation for Liverpool. A multitude of whistling from Manchester United fans. They want this game over with now. Liverpool's throw. Well, here come Liverpool again with Walsh. But that time McGrath is there, and the free kick is given. We're in time added on at the end of 90 minutes. The last throw coming up from Liverpool. Can they yet save this epic semi-final? Beglin chipping it in. The flick quite comfortably into Gary Bailey's hands from Paul Walsh. And United, I think, Ron Atkinson sensing, in spite of all that urgency to get out, that it's just about all over. Another look at the referee's watch. Those brilliant strikes by Robson and Hughes in the second half look as though they've taken Manchester United to Wembley again. Ron Atkinson indicating that time is up. So the referee might have something to say about that. Again, a look at the watch. Manchester United go to Wembley. They've beaten Liverpool by 2-1 after another brilliant semi-final. And after being a goal down with an own goal by Paul McGrath, those magnificent strikes, particularly by Robson and then by Hughes, takes them back to Wembley again. Denies Liverpool the chance of a European Cup and an FA Cup double. Gives United consolation for going out of the UEFA Cup on penalties. And you go back to 1921, since Liverpool last beat Manchester United in the Cup. Brian Robson with that brilliant goal early in the second half has made sure that United jinx on Liverpool stays in place. Fantastic scenes of great joy amongst the Manchester United fans. And Bruce Grobbelaar acknowledging the Liverpool fans and acknowledging defeat.
And United would go on to lift the cup, with Norman Whiteside scoring an extra-time winner against the other Merseyside giants Everton at Wembley. 1981, and Manchester United are at Anfield, hoping to go top of the table. Commentary from Martin Tyler.
Stapleton, and here's Robson, who misses. Clear opportunity, and the anguish shows on his face. A delightful touch from Stapleton created the chance. And clean in against Grobbelaar. He couldn't hit the target, Brian Robson. Still looking for his first goal for his new club. Push on Johnson. Rybacken. So a genuine let-off for Liverpool. And they might strike back here with Kennedy. Pushed out by Kennedy, and Johnson couldn't collect. Ray Kennedy with the presence of mind to pull the ball down after it had cleared Gidman there, hitting the shot with great power, and that power that came off Bailey was enough to defeat Johnson's attempt to turn it in. Lawrence. Now Thompson can go forward. quickly in front of Lee. Here's Moses, and Birtles is onside. Thompson's got to scurry back. And the trailing foot brings Birtles down, says Mr. Courtney. The decision not appreciated by the spectators. But Thompson was late in trying to retrieve the situation. In from Robson, and that's Stapleton, and that's Moran. And United go in front. The goal from Kevin Moran. As Robson goaled the ball in, a delightful header from Stapleton. Robillard, I feel he should have turned it round the post. It came straight out for Moran. Solidly back for Liverpool by Kennedy. And his pass sets Lee on his way against Buchan. Now Johnson, McDermott inside him as Johnson backs his speed against Albiston. And Gidman got a touch that in the end, though he wasn't to know it, wasn't required. As Johnson slithered his shot across the face of the goal. Corner played short for Souness. Here's Neil. And McDermott darting in behind them again. Really the trademark of Terry McDermott. Here's Souness. Struck it cleanly. Manchester United survive courtesy of the post. Came down for Souness. And Bailey beaten. Albiston. Stapleton holding off Hansen. Now Koppel. It's Moses going in against Grobbelaar. Breaks for Wilkins. And it was wide anyway. And it would have been disappointment for Ray Wilkins because the linesman was flagging. But Liverpool not showing authoritative play in the air again. And it was Moses who was offside as Wilkins drove it back. Grobbelaar coming again. And Moses, the flick from Stapleton, and Thompson well positioned to save his side. Dermot limping out of that tussle. Holding the left ankle, and he's got his free kick. Maybe from a set play, Liverpool can make an opening. They haven't really created in the free run of the game. Signals coming from Neil. And the free kick from McDermott. Put behind by Buchan. Liverpool again have Lawrenson darting off the near post. And United have Bailey coming off his line, and he very nearly slithered out. And the crucial moments were away from the ball then, with Dalglish and Moran disputing the issue. Bailey's momentum almost carried him out of the area, but Mr. Courtney checked and waved play on. David Johnson is the player coming off to allow the Republic of Ireland international, Ronnie Whelan, to come on. Now Koppel. Moses. There's Albiston. And Grobbelaar. Superb handling. quite sure if it was going to get inside Grobbelaar's near post, but he couldn't be sure. Lawrenson puts Dalglish in here. Whelan's in the middle. Dalglish goes his own way. It's into the side netting, and Liverpool don't even get a corner, although Bailey made the save. It was a superb ball from Mark Lawrenson that freed Dalglish here. Whelan was in the middle, and may well have run offside. Now McDermott. Dalglish. Whelan might get behind Moran. Mr. Courtney has given the penalty. And Kevin Moran, the player penalised, will surely feel that it wasn't harsh, it was certainly unnecessary, but there was a push in the back as the ball was running behind. So the player who scored the goal for Manchester United presents Liverpool with a chance of the equaliser. Gary Bailey has a fine record in saving penalties in the First Division. And now he faces Terry McDermott, who blasts it past him. No nonsense about this technique. Stapleton. Here's Robson. United stung into retaliation. Kidman. Birtles. And Moses. Will it come for Koppel? And it deflects away off Alan Hansen. Tribute to the ambition of Manchester United that they were straight away back onto the attack, and Koppel must have felt that that one was in. Goodman getting back. Wilkins, and Birtles is onside and could settle it here. Gary Birtles defied by Grobbelaar. Forward from Robson. Now Augustin. Played through by Stapleton. Here's Augustin, who rolls it past Grobbelaar. And Manchester United get a goal that, if it is the winner, and it looks now as though it will be, is deserved for the way they've ridden the penalty against them and come back at Liverpool. And they produce some superb football here with Augustin and Stapleton. And Arthur Augustin keeping his balance sufficiently to get it into the corner.
Dalglish with the corner. Punch not very far, and Thompson over the top. Bailey's punch was a little bit over the ball rather than under it. It didn't help it very far out. It's the punch coming, and he fisted it down a little bit, and Phil Thompson on the volley turns it over the top. Johnson turning it. McQueen for Manchester United. Kennedy. Dalglish and McQueen again, and McQueen has slipped, and Dalglish has a clear run at goal, and he scored. Once Gordon McQueen had slipped, the rest was formality. Kenny Dalglish gets his 20th goal of the season to put Liverpool in front. McQueen left on the seat of his pants, Dalglish squeezing it in by the near post. It's 1-0 to Liverpool, and we've been playing almost 15 minutes. Thomas seizing on a loose one from Souness, but gets Souness a real rollicking from his skipper. Nicky Thomas leapt on it, but shot wide. goal scorer, Kenny Dalglish. McQueen, Nicol, Koppel, Jordan, Koppel, and Alan Kennedy is in trouble. In comes Thomas. Clements has got the ball. No! Thomas has hooked it in. Well, the goal stemming from a very similar circumstance to Liverpool's opening goal, with a defender suddenly dropping out, and that allowed Koppel to play the cross. In came Thomas. It still looked as though Clements had got it, but just as he seemed to have it in his hands, Thomas recovered more quickly and stabbed it in. Kennedy down injured, and a muscle giving him a lot of pain. And Liverpool are going to make their substitution. Sammy Lee taking over from Alan Kennedy. McDermott to take Liverpool's free kick for the foul by Albiston. Koppel heads away. Greenoff intercepted by Ray Kennedy. United coming out for the offside, and although Hansen was doing the right thing, and indeed has been waved on by Pat Partridge, he will now score. Well, it wouldn't have mattered that, because the linesman had flagged Dalglish offside. Now the ground is in an absolute ferment here. There were about 6 Liverpool players in an offside position when Hansen played the ball forward. I think that he was waved on by Mr. Partridge, but this is where the offside was. Dalglish flagged offside. In any case, he'd put the ball outside the post. Ray Kennedy, Johnson chasing, but Bailey had to head. It was the only option he had. If he'd stayed in his area, Johnson would have beaten him to the ball. And now Lee wins it from McQueen, and Johnson plays it very tamely wide. Johnson has found himself in a couple of very good positions and has wasted both of them. McQueen dallies here. Lee steals the ball from him, and Johnson here seemed almost to have too much time to think. Tried a chip and couldn't do it. Koppel. Greenoff turning it. Wilkins looking for Jordan, who's free behind Case, and in goes Thomas, and off the line by Thompson. Thompson saved it with inches to spare, but it so nearly came off, with Jordan stealing in behind Case, and then Thomas got a touch, and there were 2 of them there. Thompson got it away. And off goes McQueen. He loves to run with the ball. Thomas crossing well, Jordan coming in, and Hansen won a very good header there. McQueen back in, and then it was out by Neal. Wilkins to Nicol, blocked by Kennedy. But there was a very good header in a very difficult situation there by Phil Hansen, which I think has left him holding the back of his head and Jordan holding his right eye. But Alan Hansen very much the hero there. Very difficult ball for him, and Jordan the sufferer. Wilkins to take Manchester United's corner. McQueen lurking just in the semicircle at the edge of the area there. Clements stays on the line, and the header has got in from Jordan. 2-1 to Manchester United. And Joe Jordan raises his arms to take the acclaim. And it was turned on, in fact, by Greenoff, who got the deflection. Jimmy Greenoff, the Roy of the Rovers goal that he talked about before the game. Wilkins, Jordan, Jordan blocked down, but the referee waves them on with the advantage. And a marvellous save by Clements from Macari. That was goalkeeping of international class, all right. Macari had got in well, and it seemed a goal all over. Ball turned across here, hard, and down went Clements with a left hand from Macari. Wilkins was looking for what would have been a devastating ball through there to Jordan, but it's Dalglish instead to Johnson. And Johnson going in with Orbiston leaning on him, and that's cleared off the line, and Dalglish's shot is blocked by McQueen. Buchan it was who got the ball off the line, and it looked there as though Liverpool were in for the equaliser. Still they apply the pressure. Souness headed away by Macari. Jordan, Macari bursting clear, Hansen in, and now Bailey will claim it. But so nearly then that Liverpool had the equaliser as Johnson burst in, cleared off the line by Buchan, and Dalglish's shot blocked by McQueen. So it's still 2-1 to Manchester United. Hansen got a toe to that. Jordan ahead. Wilkins' shot off the bar. Couple could still be in here. Clements has it. And Ray Wilkins was so close to a spectacular goal then. So now it's Kennedy. Escapes at each end and the game gets more and more exciting. And Dalglish now. Blocked by Thomas. Thomas still with him, and it'll be a corner. Meanwhile, we can see the shot from Wilkins that beat Clements, but was kept out by the crossbar. Wilkins and Macari beginning to form the wall. Thomas coming to join them, and Green off. There are the four brave men. There's the angle for Case or Souness. There's Bailey on his line, or in fact a yard off it as Case lets go the shot. There was a deflection, but over for a corner. Case with that hammer of a right foot really lets go. It, I think, flicked off the wall and only just over. And that's the final thrust of the game. Manchester United keep the championship open thanks to the most romantic of comebacks. Joe Jordan's big smile, it was his header that made the goal for Jimmy Greenough. So it's many happy returns on his birthday tomorrow for Manchester United manager Dave Sexton, but no happier return than that Jimmy Greenough has made to First Division football today.
After winning at Anfield in September, Liverpool were looking for a league double over Manchester United on the first day of 1989. Commentary comes from Graham Taylor and Brian Moore.
And really there's a passion about United-Liverpool games that sometimes even exceeds the heat generated by Merseyside derbies, or so it seems at least to me. Manchester United then in the red shirts and white shorts attacking the goal to our right. Strachan, Robson. Liverpool the champions, Manchester United who finished second in the table last season. Strachan again. John Barnes. Liverpool in this all silver blue strip of theirs. Burrows. Finding Houghton on the far side. Man. With rush out, how fortunate they are to have such a proven goal scorer as Aldridge to step straight in. Here's his little touch. And a swift challenge from Robson. It's not the happiest of hunting grounds for Liverpool, is this, over the years against Manchester United. In fact, as you can see, in the 1980s, 18 matches played, United have won 7, and Liverpool have won only twice. And indeed, they've only won once here in the 1980s. That was back in 81-82 when a Craig Johnston goal saw them home. Victories, United have an Indian sign over their illustrious neighbours on Merseyside. Hughes. Strachan. Foul by McMahon.
It's going to be very interesting, Brian, to see the Manchester United youngsters, how they cope with this.
Well, Alec Ferguson was telling me how well they played in beating Nottingham Forest on Boxing Day. And particularly young Russell Beardsmore, who's nothing of him. He's only 20, he stands 5'6" and only 9 stone, but playing in midfield alongside Robson. But as you say, this is quite a test for them, Graham. Here's Beardsmore. Robson. Came off Beardsley. Jump was by Nicol. Support came from Ablett. The throw goes to United. Whelan leading the charge out. Aldridge, in fact, was offside. And, that is a bit of New Year's Day optimism. A free kick that's United's, taken about 35 yards from the correct place by a man on the opposite side, Steve McMahon. Lee Martin, another of the youngsters. Goes Nicol and fouls Hughes, which gives Manchester United a very interesting proposition on the edge of the Liverpool penalty area. Their confidence came back with a good performance against Nottingham Forest. But what wonders it would do if they could pierce this Liverpool barrier right now. Strachan curling it, just too high. The Liverpool manager, Kenny Dalglish. It was a blow, obviously, that there's no Ian Rush for him. That's out of play. And the throw, to the annoyance of the Old Trafford faithful, given to Liverpool. Burrows, past one challenge, slipping the ball towards Whelan, just over the top. Extraordinary to think that Ronnie Whelan has not scored this season, and indeed, you seem to remember looking through Liverpool's history of one or two very important goals he scored, and he only scored one last season. And he was just a little too high for this. Alec Ferguson, Manchester United manager, who knows what a significant game this is. I mean, in many ways it could well be, and he agrees, the turning point of United's whole season. If they can capitalise on their victory against Forest and then produce a victory against Liverpool, then they're all set for the charge in the new year. He's got round Howden. He's thrown in a good cross, which Staunton had to get away, but only as far as little Strachan. Ablett. Hughes looking for something on the turn, getting support from Robson, but four Liverpool players. McMahon in trouble, and a great save by Hooper from Leclerc. Trouble of Liverpool's own making, and so uncharacteristic of them to be dithering on the edge of their own penalty area in the way that they were then.
Mark Hughes really worked extremely hard, didn't he, get the ball back. A great save by the stood his ground and got his hand to it very well.
Take it up.
Now Hughes, as Ablett stumbles. Robbins couldn't control it quickly enough before Whelan got his challenge in. Barnes striding away. This could be dangerous. Beardsley's outside him. Barnes might wish to go on his own, and in the end it flicks off the defender behind for the corner. Suddenly that looked a really menacing break, Graham, because not only was John Barnes there, but Beardsley was beautifully placed just inside him.
Yeah, I thought at one stage he was going to release the ball a little bit earlier, when he didn't do that, I was then looking for him to really go all the way through himself, but I think then he got caught in two minds.
Houghton, here's Staunton. Liverpool looking to end the first half on a really high note. Whelan, Beardsley, Whelan again, came off Robbins. Maybe it'll be United as Milne takes it up. Didn't really give Hughes a chance with that one, but here's Robson. And a lovely ball by him now for McClare. Beardsmore streaking through the middle. Robbins is in there too, and so too was Ablett for Liverpool.
You know, Brian, I think that Brian Robson and Mark Hughes have got a private wager amongst themselves as to which one's going to get the most tackles in. And there, I think, was a combination of both of them that set that up. They're really setting the example to the rest of the team.
Now here's McClare with the corner. This is Bruce. And then the half-time whistle goes. Plenty of commitment, you'd expect nothing else, but no goals yet for this big crowd here at Old Trafford. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 0 at half-time.
After a goalless 45 minutes at Old Trafford on the first day of 1989, this league match between Manchester United and Liverpool was about to burst into life. The commentary comes from Graham Taylor and Brian Moore.
Steve Staunton with the throw for Liverpool. Dry, really quite crisp afternoon now here in Manchester. Ralph Milne. Here's Nicol. Beardsley. Martin gets it away for Manchester United, up to Mark Hughes. Fouled though by a combination of Whelan and McMahon, gives Manchester United the free kick. Robson to Brian McClare. Chip this time reaches Mark Hughes. Also Beardsmore on the far side. Well, there's a bit of cheek for you. Slipping it to McClare. Great piece of keeping by Hooper. And a lovely ball in by young Russell Beardsmore. Great work by McClare. There's the cross by Beardsmore. Met superbly on the volley in Hughes style by McClare. Ablett.
If Manchester United lose the ball, Brian, in the middle of the field, they're caught in danger because the break by Liverpool will be so swift they'll not know what's hit them. Very dangerous to lose the ball in the middle of the field.
Bruce. Hughes on the turn. Oh, against the post. Robbins, a brilliant save by Hooper. Well, Hughes didn't catch it properly, but it looked for all the world as though it was going to go in. And what a great save it was. And a strike by Robbins. Going to be a substitution. As though Lee Martin's coming off, but the corner's first going to be taken. McClare. And now suddenly Beardsley and Whelan has made a great dash from the back.
It's 4 against 4.
4 against 4. Barnes. Now United have got more back. Robson amongst them. McMahon. Aldridge. Now, a real up and under. And a foul on the keeper. And now there will be the substitution. Paul McGrath out for 3 months as the cheers ring around Old Trafford. Not so much for Mike Hooper, but for Paul McGrath coming on again now. After a troublesome knee injury, let's listen to the cheers for him. One of the very best of centre-backs in the whole of the Football League. In the meantime, Beardsley. Aldridge has made a run one side, Barnes on the other. And Liverpool in the lead. A shot by Barnes, deflected on the way, but in the back of the United net, and Liverpool go into the lead. Silence on three sides of the famous Old Trafford ground, but not at that Liverpool end. Beardsley laying it off the Barnes in just enough space, drags it inside. Yes, and there was the flick off the defender, but the goal belongs to John Barnes. Just enough as Bruce came in. But John Barnes scores, Liverpool in the lead. With 20 minutes of the game remaining. Hughes. Played in for Donaghy. And now for Beardsmore. Gone all the way. And a brilliant goal by McClare! United are 1-1. What an amazing turnabout. And Beardsmore supplying the cross again. And McClare showing terrific volleying power. And at last Hooper is beaten. And what a game we've got. The long ball finds Hughes. A lovely little touch by him to Beardsmore. Hughes again. Not a lot of support. Beardsmore again. Now Donaghy. Robson's up and joining him. And away go Liverpool. Peter Beardsley being chased by Sharp. And back to Jim Lee.
You know, Brian, it's amazing what's happened in the last 5 minutes, because all of a sudden both teams have gone from one end of the pitch to the other. They've lost their shape. And the whole thing has become very exciting, because I'm just watching there, Manchester United were attacking there and they'd left themselves with 3 against 3 at the back if the ball breaks down. So really, the game has really taken off now.
Beardsmore. Robbins. Nicol, they claimed handball, not given. And it's in there again! Mark Hughes has made it 2-1. Again a deflection, but United have come from behind, and Mark Hughes has put them into the lead. Well, one sensation follows on another. As Hughes lines up the shot, it cannons off the arm of the keeper. What an astonishing game it's turning out to be. The goal kick.
Well, I mean, the viewers at home, ourselves here, just watching it, we can't. It's silly to turn around and say I can't believe it, because it's there in front of us. And this is a great thing about the game. We were just talking a little bit earlier. This is a great way to start the new year, Brian. This
3 goals in 5 minutes. United, as we've said before, with that incredible incentive that if they do beat Liverpool, goodness knows what it'll do for their confidence, but also it takes them to 6th in the First Division. McGrath. Robson, that cheeky little back heel. Milne floating it for Robbins. Ablett's there. Robson again pouncing on that half mistake. He's found Mark Robbins and now Mark Hughes. Sharp. Robbins tries to get in, and Beardsmore! 3-1! You can't believe it now. His Manchester United that crowns an excellent play by the youngster. Catches it on the volley, puts it wide of Hooper, and the score clicks up to 3-1. Four goals in 7 minutes. And who knows, we may get more as Milne takes it up now. This time Robbins is waiting in the middle, poised at the far post. There's his header, but Hooper gathers that one. Robson. And in the midst of all the excitement, Liverpool have made their substitution. Kenny Dalglish, shattered by what's been going on around him, I would have thought. Liverpool have lost their shape and a little bit of composure. Jan Mulvey is on, and Staunton is gone. Here's Mulvey. Nicol. Mulvey. Now Bruce.
It's not often you see a Liverpool side shell-shocked, Brian, isn't it? But that's exactly what the Liverpool lads are at now, and who could blame them? Who would have thought when John Barnes put that goal in that we'd be looking now at Manchester United leading 3-1? I think most people would have said, well, that's it, Liverpool will now kill it off, and it's 1-0.
And within 7 minutes of it, Graham, as well. Ablett. Mulvey away. McGrath. McMahon. Nicol. Aldridge waiting at the far post, but it's a goal kick to Manchester United. And Alec Ferguson must begin to feel that the better times are around the corner for Manchester United. That's Beardsmore shaking the rigging and the camera again. Burrows. McGrath meeting it with his head. More than that, finding McClare with it. Burrows again for Liverpool. In the last minute of the game, Whelan. Beardsley. Barnes. Burrows once more. Trying to tease an error out of Bruce. Gets to the byline. And Milne gets it back to Jim Wakeman. Paul McGrath. Mark Robbins. Little flick in, getting it back from Hughes. Playing time added on. There shouldn't be a lot of that. And what value for everybody here at Old Trafford today, and I really hope for you at home as well. If you love football, this has been a glorious start to the new year. Liverpool fans might feel otherwise, particularly after John Barnes had put them into the lead, and then McClare, Hughes and Beardsmore turned the tables gloriously and in the spectacular fashion for Manchester United.
So 3 goals in 6 minutes saw off Liverpool, and it was to be a season of disappointment for them in the league, as Arsenal beat them to the title on a dramatic final day in May.